Hello everyone, I'm Marieanne, the Artsie Crafter. Welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to show you how to make a side pocket in this journal using some baking paper. You could use vellum or tracing paper, something of that nature. This is the paper that I'm going to be using today. You would have seen this. I showed you how to paint this in a previous video. If you haven't seen that video, I'll leave a link in the description box below. So today we're going to work on the inside of the cover. So I'll just move these. I haven't sewn these in still, but I'll get around to that down the track sometime soon. So this, I'm going to fold this over just to give it a bit of strength as a pocket. But I'm going to put a side panel on here first, and I'm going to use a page out of this fairy book that I've been using. So I'm just going to tear a panel out and glue it onto this, and then I'm going to sew it. So I'll move that aside, and I will cut this out, and I'll show you what I mean with what I'm about to do. So just cut that off. I don't need that part. And this one, the page is about 7 3/4 high, which is almost the height. It's a bit, this is a bit longer, but I want to use this part because I want it to be fairly narrow. So I'll just cut off this edge up here first, like that, and then I can measure 7.5 inches down. Oh, sorry, 7 3/4, which is about 19.5 centimeters for those working in centimeters. When I'm doing paper, working with paper, I tend to go for inches because there's 8 inches is a lot easier to remember than 20 centimeters. So it's a bit more familiar for me. So anyway, so that's 7 3/4 there. 7 3/4. So I'm just going to tear off this strip first. Like that, put that aside. So what I'm going to do here, this one, I'm going to make a pocket about 4 inches wide, which is 10 centimeters. So that's not quite 4 inches, but it'll be close enough. So I already cut it out to size, so I just have to fold it over because this is going to be the outer edge of the side pocket. So we need to add a little bit of strength to this edge, so it's nice and strong and it's not going to tear. So that will go onto the page like so, and then this will go over the top. So I'm just going to tear that edge, and then when I've done that, I'm going to I'll glue it onto here first, and then I'll do a zigzag crazy stitch over the top to join the two together permanently. I'll also do a straight stitch around the border, the 3 edges. I'll leave this one alone just to give it a bit of strength. So I'll go ahead and do that now. I'll ink up the edge first. How is everyone going with February? Are you busy doing paper crafts or journaling, something else? I'd love to know. If you'd like to leave a comment in the section below and let me know what you're doing. Are you following along? You're making a junk journal for February, or maybe you're making a bigger journal, or perhaps you haven't even started doing journals yet. Just leave a comment below and yeah, share your thoughts. So this is how it's going to go. So I will glue this on here loosely just so it'll stay in place. I'll also glue around this where it's not going to show. I might glue that on first and then I'll glue these two at the edge here because it'll be sewn closed anyway. So I can find my glue. My pin that I had top is gone rusty, but it's still usable. So I love this fairy book. It's got some pretty images in there, and there's all different, each page is a different color. So I'm just choosing the colors that, you know, go with the theme of this fairy journal. Put that on here like that. Just get a tissue. Oh. And then just so that everything stays in place, I'll just glue this edge down here. You're not going to see this edge, so it doesn't matter whether it's, you know, you can see the glue through it or not, because you won't at the end. There we go. So that's our little side pocket. It'll go on here. And then I'll go ahead and sew all that and I'll come back to you. And then we're going to decorate this up a little bit further. So I'll be back soon. Okay, I'm back. And here you go. I do a little bit of crazy stitching in the middle here, if you can see that. Here. So now all I have to do is glue this on 3 sides onto the page, and that's the pocket made. Make sure I get it on the right side. This is don't want to glue it back to front. So how are you, all you crafty friends in the northern hemisphere, with the weather, the colds and that? I mean, here in Australia the weather is absolutely gone crazy because I live in central eastern Australia, so we're finally getting some warm weather up here in the mountains. It's up to 30 degrees Celsius on some days, and then other days it drops down to about 20, especially when the rain comes. And the craziness is the state north of us is having a heat wave, so they're up in the mid to high 30s, but then the state south of us is having snow in the Alps, which is very unusual in February for this time of year to have snow in Australia. But I wish, I do like some warmer weather, but I do wish I could just take off for the weekend and go down and enjoy some snow. I would absolutely love that because I do not like the hot weather at all. Anyway, we'll get back to this. There's our little side pocket made. So I think that's looking very pretty. So now I'm just going to do a little bit of decoration on the page there. And I thought I wanted to put some butterflies on here because the colors are so dark and varied. I thought I wanted to go something a bit more contrasting, so I'm not quite sure which one to use, but before I do that, I thought I want to add a little bit of bling, but instead of because you got these little what do you call it, spider webs here, and they've all got little pearls on them, so I thought I'd use the midi pearls and just highlight some of those. Not quite sure how I'm going to do it, but I thought I'll just, you know, wing it. Best way to do it. and I need my trusty tweezers. These are the fine ones here, so I can actually see where I'm putting the pearls and clean off the ends. I think they got some glue on the end here. Just clean it off. There we go. And here's these tiny little pearls. I have no idea what size they are. You see that in the camera? Yes. But they have a nice shine to them, so they look a little bit sparkly. So I just thought I'd pick them up, and I might put some fabric glue on there, but I will put some fabric glue, a dab on here, just on the table there. I know, seems like a bit of a strange thing to do, but I thought, oh, there's that pearl. I'll just pick this one up here. And I just want to, these are hard little fellas to get hold of, because they're on these things, got strands there. So I'll cut them off, don't want them on the page. They're very fine, these strands. Anyway, there we go. I just want to dab it into that glue but not lose it. And then just pick a few places to put these little pearls. So whether they work out or not, I don't know, but we will see. These tweezers are getting very difficult to use. Anyway, if I put them in the center, I think that might be the way to go. And on this star here, maybe a good place. Oh good, those little strands, they're breaking off those little strands, so I don't have to keep cutting them. This just adds a little bit of fun, bit of bling to the page. Just got to make sure they're the right way up. And don't want to overdo it. Can you see where else I should put it? Just point it out to me, because you know, I'm going a bit blind in my old age. Don't see quite as well as I used to. As used to was, you know, a few months ago, my eyesight was fine, but now it's getting a little bit old. Okay, where's that other piece? There we go. I think that looks really pretty. If you agree, let me know in the below. Just make a comment below. See if you think this is, let me know if you think this is a nice page, a pretty page, something that you might do in your journal. A new one wouldn't cooperate. Where did they put it? Oh well, there we go. Now I can keep continuing on with that, but I want to put these butterflies. I only want to use 2. This one's kind of a funny shape, so, but it does pop out a bit more than some of the others, and it's got the colouring in there, the same as the flowers here. So I'm not quite sure which one of these I want to use. I did want a smaller one, but I couldn't find one in my stash, so this will have to do. So he's going up that way, so I want this one going that way. Maybe they can have a look at that flower that's a bit too close to the edge. Maybe you can check out these pearls. So I'm not quite sure that one or that one. What do you think? I might go with that one because this one's, they're too little, close together in the color scheme, and these wings are a bit wide apart, I think. So this one here, I like to tie the colours in. I love that colour there, but I think this pops with this pop of yellow here, so I might do that. I've already inked them all ready to go, so what do you think? I like that because it blends with that. It's got those lines, kind of mimics the spider web or that to go with the daisy. Hard choice, isn't it? So I don't know. I think I might change my mind and use that one. It just seems to go a little bit better. Okay, you convinced me. And I could always put pearls on the other side of the center of these butterflies as well. So I'll have a look at that. I will leave him down here, he or she. And sorry, little yellow butterfly, you didn't make the cut today. Maybe next time. So now I might do that. Dab it in the glue, and then on the center, these butterflies, just so they pop out a little bit more. Oh well, it doesn't matter. I haven't glued it down yet, but I can put the pearl on first and then glue him down. Going up there. We can move it out a bit more so it has that light blue background, so it pops out a little bit more. There we go. You could add a few more pearls here, and my glue's drying up. Might be a little bit left. Where else do I need to put it? There we go. Okay, I think that's enough for now. I can always add more later. So there we go. That's our little side pocket using some baking paper. As I said, you can use baking paper, tracing paper, vellum, you know, all those kinds of ones. Papers that you can see through. So there's my little, oops, that lighting. There's my side pocket. Okay, so if you liked that today's video, please give it a thumbs up or leave a comment in the comment section below. I'd love to hear from you. So other than that, please subscribe to my channel, as I have loads more of ideas, tips and tutorials to bring to you in the upcoming videos. So that's all for today, and I'll wish you a happy crafty day, and I hope everyone's doing well, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.